The war of competing narratives and images heated up today in Gaza, where Israeli troops stormed the Al-Shifa hospital, finding what they say is evidence of concealed Hamas activities. The IDF offering up video, not verified by NBC News, of weapons they say were discovered in hidden places, including among MRI machines in the hospital. Israel has faced condemnation for its attacks on hospital facilities, where unverified videos released by Gaza's Hamas-run Health Ministry shows doctors scrambling to save lives during an Israeli attack. The White House has called for patients to be protected, saying it did not want to see a firefight in a hospital. Prime Minister Netanyahu saying there's no place in Gaza they won't go to target Hamas. But Israel, under growing outside pressure for the first time, allowing some fuel shipments to ease the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. In a moment, our correspondent on the ground in Gaza City. But first, here's Keir Simmons.
Just hours after Israel launched what it calls a targeted raid inside Gaza's Al-Shifa hospital, the Israeli military releasing images it says shows Hamas terrorist weapons found there, including some AK-47s. While the Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry releasing this video, smoke pouring into the hospital's intensive care unit, doctors pushing patients to safety. NBC News is unable to independently confirm either video. But an Israeli spokesperson saying they found proof of Israeli and US assertions that Hamas has been operating in hospitals, including hiding weapons behind medical equipment.
There is an AK-47, there are cartridges, ammo, there are grenades in here, of course uniform, and all of this was hidden very conveniently, secretly behind the MRI machine.
Inside closets.
Hamas put them here because they use this place.
And behind explosive-proof doors.
Take a look at this door here. Blast-proof door, which is part of the clinic.
So far, it's not clear whether there are tunnels or a command center at the hospital. Hamas rejecting the allegations and a hospital doctor dismissing them tonight in a phone call.
They've released a video saying that they found weapons.
That's usually the silly.
The doctor describing the Israeli raid as frightening.
They started really aggressive bombing and, gunshots all over the place around the hospital.
Tonight, he says, they still need help for the 36 premature babies without working incubators, while Israel says it's provided incubators and baby food. The White House said they did not want to see a firefight in a hospital. Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu saying there's no place in Gaza we will not reach to target Hamas. Israel is far from finished in Gaza. Today, our camera crew filmed the aftermath of another airstrike in the south, while in the north, officials reported more bodies pulled from the rubble. Meanwhile, an alarming warning in the US. The FBI director says, following the Hamas terror attacks, the threat of an attack on Americans in the US is at a, quote, whole other level.
We've seen a rogues gallery of foreign terrorist organizations call for attacks against Americans and our allies.
Keir, there's a lot at play here. There's also the urgent focus on the hostages still held by Hamas, including Americans, and there's one heartbreaking development to report tonight.
Lester, it comes in a letter from Prime Minister Netanyahu's wife to First Lady Jill Biden, writing that a pregnant hostage has likely now given birth in captivity, writing, imagine what's going through that young mother's mind.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.